Ms. Rouscher. What is it that you teach here at Western, and what do they teach?
In the College of Aviation, I teach in the management program, I teach in the maintenance program, and also on the flight science side. One of the courses that I teach, Intro to Airframes and Systems, covers all three programs. And then in the maintenance program, my main focus is structures. I teach 3 different levels of structures courses, and this semester I'm also doing an introduction course for the maintenance students, which is maintenance practices. Gives them a light overview of all the things that they're going to learn in the next couple of years.
So what did you do prior to working at Western?
Prior to Western, my first intro, I guess, into aviation itself was when I was in the Navy. But I worked as an aircraft machinist mate, which is a jet mechanic. So I worked mostly engines. Loved that, was stationed overseas. Rota, Spain was where I spent most of my time. I really enjoyed that. Couldn't go on a carrier, which was my dream. Right after I got out of the military, they started letting women on carriers. So I missed that part.
What inspired you to join the maintenance field then?
I was always my dad's little helper in the backyard.
Mm-hmm.
Both my parents were military. And when I went to join, I just asked for a task that would be mechanical. And they said, well, we have an aircraft mechanic, will that work? I'm like, it works. So that's as easy as it was.
Wow. So are there any fun or exciting things that you'd like to share from your time working in the field?
Oh, there's always fun stuff that happens. Things that we look back on and say are fun, but at the time weren't necessarily fun. One example of that was when a squat switch circuit breaker was pulled and somebody moved the gear lever and the airplane kind of landed on the ground. It was a business jet. It's funny now, but I know the customer wasn't happy.
It wasn't you, of course.
No, it was not me. No, it wasn't me.
So who would this course of study be a good fit for?
Maintenance,
Aviation, or especially maintenance? It's
Okay.
your maintenance focus.
Maintenance is if you like to take things apart, if you like to build things, if you like to see innovation, something new, if you like to keep your hands clean, aviation maintenance probably isn't the place to go. But there are a lot of things in aviation you can do.
So do you know of any clubs or RSOs that students could sign up for to help further their studies in this field?
For our college, we have 9. Whether I can name all 9, I'm not sure. They're real big on diversity too.
Mm-hmm.
So we have OBAC, which is the Organization of Black Airline Professionals. Do not have to be of African descent, a person of color. It's open to everybody. National Gay Pilots Association, again, it's open to everybody. Association for Women in Aviation Maintenance, again, male or female, doesn't matter. Women in Aviation International. Western Student Association is the big one that also ties you in with the university, gets you in both places. The Alpha Eta Rho, which takes all people, everybody from aviation. I know there's more, but those are the only ones I can think of right off the top of my head.
Do you have any advice for incoming students to the program?
I do. Most students that I talk to, when I give them this advice before they start, when they're doing their orientation, I usually get the eye roll for it, but it's really the best piece of advice. You're in college, you're in a new place, you're responsible for yourself, you want to do what you want to do, but the most important thing to do is to be going to classes.
Are there any fun or interesting things about yourself that you'd like to share?
I'm always fun. It's just a matter of, oh yeah, I can. One particular. I'm involved with the Air Race Classic, which is a women's air race. Through some of the women that I've met there last year at the air race, and a friend of mine that is part of the air race has her own L-39 trainer. So I had the opportunity to go up and fly with her last year, and because it is rated as a military aircraft, we were flying the valleys of New Mexico 150 feet off the deck, pulling a couple G's, that was fun. I'd do that again. Yeah, I really enjoyed that.
And finally, what's the best way for students to get a hold of you?
The best way to get a hold of me is by email. I do have an office in Battle Creek, which is my main office. I use this office here in Kalamazoo on main campus when I'm here. If you reach me by email, I respond within 24 hours.
Well, thank you.
Oh, you're
It
welcome.
was a pleasure to talk about you and get to know you more.
Oh, you're welcome anytime.